Hello children, I hope all of you are fine, healthy and safe at home following the precautions that you have to. So yes, welcome to class 8 computer class on chapter 1, that is on networking. So yes, my name is Dina, I am your computer teacher. So without any delay, let's get into our class. So yes, networking. So what is networking? We'll see what is networking. So networking consists of two or more computers that are linked in order to share resources such as printers and CDs and exchange files or allow electronic communications. So the computers on a network may be linked through cables, telephone lines, radio waves, satellites or infrared light beams. So here cables, telephone lines can be seen which are connected. Okay, so radio waves, satellites connection or infrared light beams through which satellites are connected are cannot be seen but only a wave connection. Yes, so here we can say a network is sharing information from one computer to another. So here in the picture we can see an earth which means internet. Okay, so internet, we know what is internet, from which we get the data and where we get the data from the internet and we browse the data and we collect the information and keep it in our files or formats. Okay, so okay, from the internet means internet telecommunication. Okay, so from that a router is connected and from the router which is wireless. Okay, and from the router which is wireless means Wi-Fi, we call it as Wi-Fi. From the router we get connected to the telephone, we get connected to the smartphones, laptops and iPads and whatever devices that we wanted to get connected, and desktops also. So that is known as wireless connection. So from the one this is the wireless connection. We'll see first what is wire connection, then we'll get into wireless connections. So here we can say network is exchange of files or formats from one system to another. So yes, here we can see a system, a wire and a printer. A system which is connected with a wire connection to the printer. So here we know the output of a printer, whatever document we wanted to print. So we give the commands, we format it in the system. We first format it and edit it and nicely display it in the system. Then from the system we want the output. Okay, so we want the output, so we are connecting it with the help of a wire. So from the wire, when we connect it to the printer, when we give the, here we'll get the options. We'll, after connecting the wire to the printer, we'll automatically get the connection. Automatically in the default we have a printer symbol in our systems. Okay, so when we, after finishing the document, when we click on print and we have to give the details of some format in which we wanted to get the output. After that we'll click on print command to get the output. So after clicking on the print command, we will get the output in the form of a document from the printer. So how it is done with the help of a cable. So we have seen a network is an shared resources. A network consists of two or more computers that are linked together. So it is not two, it is, printer is not a computer but it is a network. It is somewhat connected from a network. So we share the information from the system to the printer, means printer will get as a, in the system we are designing in the form of a soft copy and we want it as a hard copy. So from the printer we are getting the hard copy, such as printer and CDs exchange files or allow electronic communications. So through the cable we are connected to the printer and from the printer we get the output. Okay, so we'll see what are the networks of roads, railway lines and canals. So network on roads. A network, we know what is a road network, is a system of interconnected roads. We know how many, from one area to another area, so many roads are interconnected. From one area we can find another area and we, after, according to that connection only we will get into the another area, according to that interconnection of roads. If there is no road, we are not going to get into that area, or if there is no certain roads which is not in a format, means which is not full-fledgedly worked, we will not get into that area. So designed to accommodate wheeled road going vehicles and pedestrian traffic. So an attempt has been made to define some basic concepts that are useful for public transport planners and decision makers when they want to create high quality public transport services in their region. So here a road networking is another a big concept, children. So we'll just get into it. What is the connection? What is a network? We know a network is from one system to another. In the computer, a network is from one system to another we share the data. So here also road network in the system of interconnected roads. So from one road to another road, from one highway road to another highway road. So it is like interconnection from one road to another road. So it is also similar to network. Okay, so here we can see in the image, we can illustrate that from one road, from one tunnel to another tunnel, from one highway to another highway, see how the roads are connected. So this is also a type of network. So what are railway lines? So here we can see railway lines from one area, from one place to another place, there is a network connection. Yes or no? If we are going from one area to another area with the help of network connection. Okay, so here we can see railway network map of India schematic, just an illustration that how the railway lines are connected. Okay, so from one area to another we are connected with the help of a network. So network is that much essential, children. So now we will see network of banks, ATMs, automated teller machines. So here we can see a bank computer, host computer and an ATM. So yes, we know how the ATM works. When we insert a card, we will get some options. After that, after completing all the options, we will click for what? Money. So from the savings or current accounts. After that, when we click for money, before it gets into the host computer, whatever details we are giving out, it checks with the host computer, and the host computer will check with the bank computer, and the bank computer, after checking all the details, it will give to the host computer, and the host computer will give it to the ATM. So this is where the connection is going on with the help of some cable lines, where the network is going on. So with the help of these cable lines, we are getting the output. Yes, from the back computer to host computer, and from the host computer to ATM. And when starting process, how it is going on, from the ATM to the host computer, and from the host computer to the bank. Okay, so it gathers all our information, whether we are entering the correct pin or not. Everything is checked and everything is get to known by the host computer, means it is a mediator. Okay, it is one of the mediator which helps the ATM and the bank computer. Okay, which is connected to the ATM as well as bank computer, and it will share the data from the ATM to the bank computer, and from the bank computer to ATM with the help of telephone network cables. Okay, clear? So next, this is our textbook picture, children. In our daily life we come across different networks. Yes, so we have seen the network of roads, railway lines, canals we know, from one canal to another, connection of canals, and communication network of telephone systems. We know the telephone systems, how the connection goes on. Networking of banks we have seen. We know radio, how the radio is getting connected, it is also a network. So a radio which is connected with the help of, which is not a wire connection but with the help of some waves. Okay, television satellite communication, from where the television works with the help of a satellite. So satellite is connected to the television with the help of, again, infrared light beams, and radio with the help of radio waves. Okay, video conferencing in a network. So we know that video conferencing in a network. So I am using a WhatsApp and I wanted to call someone from other place. So I wanted to call a video conference call. So what I am doing, I am on here the video conference, and it is getting to another, and it is going to another person with, the call is getting to another person with the help of waves. Okay, so that is also a network, also discussion between person to person of places. Okay, network of malls, we know malls, how it is connected, schools, hospitals all over the country. Internet is an outcome of cyber networking. So imagine life without networking, no phone, no television, no internet. It is unbelievable. Yes or no, children? Without the help of internet, we cannot stay nowadays. So yes, we'll see what is networking. So we have seen already, I have told you an illustration about printer and a system. So here a computer network can be defined as a group of computers and there are the peripheral devices. Peripheral devices means hardwares, that is speaker, keyboard, mouse, all these are peripheral devices. CPU, monitor, all these are peripheral devices that are linked together for the purpose of sharing data and hardware resources. So for example, if one of the computer in a network has a printer attached to it, then all the computers in that network can access the printer and use it to print the documents as a print commands to the printer attached with computer. So I have told you that one system is connected to the printer, means I have told you a cable connection, but here many of the systems can connect to the printer without from accessing into one system. So computer A, computer B, computer C and printer. So computer A and B can send their files to computer C and the computer C will print that into the printer. Yes or no? So is a network and can give print commands. A and B can give print commands and attach it to computer C. Printer attached to computer C. So when we give print commands here, when in computer A and B, whatever documents you wanted to print out, directly it will come out from the printer. Okay. So the computers in network can communicate with each other as well as work independently each other in a network called as nodes. So in the networking, computers are called as nodes. So the computers in a network may be linked through cables, telephone lines, radio waves or infrared light beams. Yes, no, we have seen previously radio waves or infrared light beams. Okay. Yes, children, I hope you understood the illustration. So hub we'll see later. So hub is one central processor which will help the communication from, which will help means it is like a mediator which will share the information from one system to another. That work is hub processes, that only. Okay. So advantages of networking. So networking in computers brings efficiency, economy and effectiveness in any organization. So efficient use of storage media. So it is better to store a shareable application data on a network drive than to store a copy of the application on each user's storage device. It is better to have one big hard disk in the server than to have small hard disk in different computers. So here it is telling that to store all the data into one system means to store all the data into one hard disk that is bigger and then share limited files to other devices, so that when the data is lost in the other devices also, we will have all the data in one system. So no problem that if the other systems will not contain the data also, there is no issue. So we will see what are some storage medias. So here we can see hard disk, RAM, ROM, CD drive, CD, DVD, floppy disk, memory card, pen drive. I know all of you are aware of pen drive, and tape. This tape is previously used in radio, it's like in a tape recorder. Okay. Yes, so preserving information. It is difficult to maintain regular backups on the number of standalone computers. When you keep backups on a central location, you have one place to look for the lost information. So it is difficult to maintain regular backups. Means removing off all the data, means regular backups means storing the data again keeping back, again bringing back all the data what we have stored. So regular backups is not that much important, that we can store all the information, means we can store all the information at one certain place, so that all the data will not be lost. So we need not again check always the files were there or not. So redundancy in hardware costs. So in a network, the hardware devices which are used very often, like modems. We know what is a modem. Modem is also a pen drive. It is same like a pen drive. And printers, scanners, CD drive, CD writers, etc. can be shared. So this reduces the cost of hardware. So it reduces the cost of hardware as we can easily store the data in the help of modems, printers, and we can take off the we can store it in the CDs also. So it reduces the cost of the hardware devices, like more of hard disk. Okay. So efficiency. In a network, the deletion, modification or upgradation of the software data is to be done at a single point only. This brings more efficiency and effectiveness into a working system. So in a network, the deletion, modification or upgradation of the software is done at a single point only. So deletion, modification, everything is done at a single point. So this brings more efficiency and effectiveness into a working system. Next, redundancy. So a network reduces the need for the hard copies of all documents by sharing files over the network. The need to share paper copies of reports or any other information can be eliminated or greatly reduced. Yes. So yes, redundancy means reducing the need for hard copies of all documents. So we can maintain some soft copies in our systems, and if you want, whenever we need hard copies, we can take a print of it. So need not maintain bundle of hard copies. Yes or no? So it reduces the need for hard copies since we have a soft copy in the system. So the quickest document delivery. Internet provides a facility to instantly deliver soft copies from one computer to another computer throughout the world. So yes, what are networking components? So to establish wire networking in a group of computers, we require the following additional components. So those are network card, networking cable, hubs and switches. So what is a network card? So here we can see in a picture, this is called as a network card. So a network card is used to physically attach a computer to a network so that it can participate in network communication. So Ethernet card is the mostly used network card. Nowadays, most commonly motherboards come with the inbuilt network card. So without this network card in our CPUs, we cannot share the data. Yes or no? So since there is network card, we are able to share the data. Yes or no? So next, networking cable. So modem, Ethernet networks are used twisted pair cable containing 8 wires. So these wires are arranged in a special order like RJ45 connector, similar in design but bigger than the connectors used with the telephone wire, is crimped at both the ends of the cable. So modem wires, we can see here modem wires which we connected to the modem. Okay, so modem is of hub, it is of hub type, as well as we can previously a network, we used to have a network modem. It is like a pen drive, so that if we insert into our system or laptop, then we used to get connected to the internet. So modem Ethernet works are twisted pair cables. So we have a pair cables which is of modem wires. So next, hubs and switches. So these are the components, children, that you have to remember: network cards, networking cables and hubs and switches. So network cards are used to send and receive data being transmitted over Ethernet cables. So what are Ethernet cables? Those are these modems. Means Ethernet networks use twisted pair cables. When a network has more than 2 computers, we cannot directly connect to all the computers together. Yes or no? So we need a surface, we need an interface through which the computers can be connected and data can be sent and received. So this function is performed by a hub or a switch. Hubs were the preferred medium in earlier times, but now switches are used because of their better efficiency. Okay. So next, a hub and a switch. So a switch is where acts as a hub or a switch performs the following functions as a central point of connection for all the computers on a network. Every computer plugs into the hub or switch to arrange the ports in such a way so that if a PC transmits data, the data is sent over the other computer through its network card. So we can see over here, children, a hub. We can see many of the Ethernet cables, means modem cables, are connected to this hub. So from this modem cables which is connected to this hub, we get connected into the systems and we use the internet with the help of these connected wires. So yes, this is how previously through the hubs and switches our systems used to get connected. Now also in our school we can see that with the help of these cables only we can use the internet. So yes, we have a wireless networking also. So we require the following components for this wireless networking cards are used instead of the normal networking cards. So which are used in the wired networks. Most laptops computers come with the inbuilt wireless network card. So we know that now everything has become wireless. So we can see wireless Wi-Fi is wireless. We have two antennas over top of it and we get connected to that with the help of antenna. So yes, Ethernet cable is not required as radio signal. So we does not require any Ethernet cables when we use wireless. Now in our laptops here it mentioned that inbuilt wireless network cards, that's why our laptops are getting connected to the Wi-Fi that much easily. Okay, so access pointers, routers instead of hubs or switches. So these have a wireless antenna, so which increases the communication range of the radio signals. Access points can also be used to join a wired network, so thus making the network a combination of wired as well as wireless network. So this wired means we can use wired network through this router also, as well as wireless, that is of option is ours. So next, types of networks. So there are various types of networks which are used worldwide. So we can see local area network. I don't wanted to read all this, I'll just explain you with a simple way. So local area network means, children, a building which is connected with a network. Okay, a building, whole building, only through that whole building the the internet is connected, and it cannot be sent to, the signals cannot be transmitted to another building. Only through that whole building they use the internet. So here LAN means two or more computers or peripheral devices are connected within a small area. So means LAN means local area network, which is a network means what? We use internet with the help of that. So only through building, whole building, it will get connected to some extent of systems only. So next, MAN means metropolitan area network, which means it is connected from to one area. We can take, it is connected from, means in an area we can take up to 10 buildings. So it maximizes the use of internet. Yes, here in local area network only for one building, but as here 2 or 3 buildings combined, up to 10 buildings we can take up. 10 buildings combined through one area, that is of whole area the internet is provided. So wide area network. So wide area network means, so here we can see, so one area which consists of 10 systems, another area which consists of 10 systems, another area which consists of 10 systems, another area which consists of 10 systems, all it is connected to the one network, that is wide area network. So it is one scheme through which it is connected to many of the systems. So here in every area there should be a LAN switch will have. Here we can see LAN switch, network users, network servers we have, means in every, all means one building. So we know a LAN is a building, and if we combine 4 LANs together it becomes a MAN, means metropolitan area. So metropolitan area where all buildings are combined and all the data is provided with the help of wide area network. Okay, so here we can see all the LANs, autonomous system routers or the WANs, means wide area network communication subsystems. So this is how the networking works. So next, network architecture. So yes, we have two types of network architectures, that is peer-to-peer network and client-server network. So peer-to-peer means it is a connection where a few computers having equal capabilities are connected together to use the resources available on the network. In peer-to-peer network, there is no central server. Each computer can act as a server as well as a client. So yes, each system will act. Here in peer-to-peer, there is no central hub. Each server has its own server. Each computer acts like a server as well as a client. Whereas in client server, in a network where several computers called clients or workstations are connected to the main computer called the server, a server is a computer that provides services to clients and control access to hardware, softwares and other resources. So clients are the computers which are request services like data, retrieval, storage from the server. So first we have to know the illustration of what is a client and a server. So a server is which a data is provided to the client. Okay, so here in the system, if we take the server is, we can take a server as a system. So a server, will get into the browser, will clearly understand. So in the browser, when we get into the browser, children, what happens, you will type something for the, so you are the client, you are typing something and you wanted to get the information. So back end, we have a database, means a server. Okay, an illustration which you can easily understand, I am telling about it. So client, you want the information, you are sending a request through the help of a query, you are asking a request to the server through the help of your question, asking that, so what is a computer, what is a computer networking. So it gives you in response, it gives, means the server is giving response, the client is requesting the server, means you are asking through one application, that is browser, that is Chrome, Google Chrome. From the Chrome, you are asking the server, what is this and what is that, and the server in return gives a response to you with the help of some answers. Okay children, I hope you understand the client and server. So here a server is a computer that provides services to clients, and clients are the computers which are request services, whatever services we want. So here we can see client, file server, means here client is different and server is different, whereas peer-to-peer network, that is only client, that is only server, means the same system will act as a server, the same system will act as a client. But in client server network, here they differentiated the systems, means client is one system and server is one system, because it has to fulfill the requirements of the client, the server has to fulfill, and the client want the answers from the server. So it is a workstation connected to the main computer called server. So in a workstation, means in a software company, we can take server will be one system where no one will touch that server. Through that server only the client will access all the information. Okay children, that's it. So now we'll see how to access a file from a shared drive. So if you have a systems, please try this at home as an assignment I'm giving you. So double click on the network icon, we will have a network icon on the desktop children. So a list of shared drives are displayed in the view pane. Okay, so here we can go to the network, and from the network a list of drives will be displayed in the view pane. Click the required shared drive to see its contents in the view pane. So we'll click on the required drive and see the contents. So fill the required file in the drive. If you wanted to open the file, double click on it and then copy the file. So whatever file you wanted to access, copy that file. So finding a file in a shared drive, okay, just copy that file. After that, in a folder pane, select a computer icon to view the storage drives in your computer. So now click the drive where you wanted to place the copied file. Okay, we'll go to some drive. So local disk D, local disk C, these are all drives only. Okay, so right click on the view plane. Now click on the drive that you wanted to, we have previously copied one file from the network and we wanted to copy that file. Right click on the view pane and select the paste icon. Okay, so the file will be copied into the selected drive on your computer. Okay, this is how accessing a file from a shared drive means. Shared drive means sharing it on the drive which a person can access, means shared drive means which we wanted to, in that shared drive when we are sharing the data, when we are keeping the data, we can view it in the another system of the shared drive. Clear children? Suppose I'm taking one system, I'm opening the I'm getting into networking option, and then I'm taking some data and I wanted to keep the data in the shared drive, and that shared drive is available in every system. So when I keep the data in the shared drive, in the another system I wanted to view the data, so I'll paste the data which I wanted to use it. So I'll paste the data and in another system I'll view the data. Clear children? Once you try this at home with the help of anyone elders, so that you will get to know easily. So next, networking security, last concept. So yes, So we know what is security. So the most important aspects in computer networking is data security. Since many users are accessing the same data, so we must ensure its proper security. So only authorized means the only who have access to the systems can only access or modify the data. So consider the following points that may happen in any organization. So some employees may try to change the data concerning their leave record, salaries, performance appraisals, etc. and so on. So here children, we can see in a picture internet which is connected to a modem, and from the modem we have cables that is connected to the router. So this is the router which is having antennas, from the router which is connected to the hub, and from the hub with the help of wires it is connected to the computers. Okay, when we want the same internet to be access to the all the computers, we connect it with the help of hub or switch. Okay, so network security means protecting data and resources from access to unauthorized persons. So these are two general ways: login security, write security. So we know for every web portal now we have login security, for Flipkart, for everything. So everyone wants their privacy, and Facebook, whatever, Twitter, Instagram, whatever social networking sites are there, everything we have a security login, that is also network. So yes, so right security based upon your username, you are given rights. So like read only access or read write access or no access at all. According to your username, they will give you the access. So yes children, hope you understood the concept of network security, login security and rights reserved. So network security means protecting data, login security to protect the data, they will give us some credential, unique login name and password, as well as right security means according to our username they will give the rights based on our age and the qualification. I hope you understood the class children. If you have any doubts, please write down in the comment section. Thank you children.